Oh, hi. Broker with the Heart here. Just giving you a little bit of insight on the process of buying a house. I got a call earlier this morning from someone that saw my ad online for a property that I'm selling here in South San Francisco. Address is 144 Francisco Drive. It's a nice big 4-bedroom house in a nice area of South San Francisco over by Seas Candy in the borderline of Tanforan or San Bruno and South San Francisco. But in any case, as she's asking me one question about the house, when can she see it, and all these other things that she's interested in finding out, I'm more than happy to explain how and what and where and all the other things that go along with the interest. However, what I tell people to do prior to even embarking on the search of a house is to be ready to give some information. I made a couple of points here that I wanted to share. One of them being that if you know what you're qualified for, then you're 50% of the way there. The rest is finding the right agent and then, of course, going for the house that you're looking for. So her response of not knowing how much she's qualified for led me to this quick note about it. The first being that if you are interested in buying a house, first get the facts. What are those facts? How much it costs to buy a house? That's one of those facts. But in order for you to do that, be prepared to give some of your facts to the person who can help you. That being the agent, myself being one of those. However, the more important person is the loan agent who will give you a number to work with for you to be able to proceed to the next step. So be ready to hand over some of those facts, i.e. your tax returns, your credit report. They'll pull that for you, and bank account information, etc. Just the normal things that people take for granted, but the lenders will scrutinize very carefully. Once you have the information that they need handy, then you might want to go ahead and make that call. So I actually have this form here, which is what I call the CV, or your client's vital information. And basically what this does, it gives me your contact information, your preliminary information that I need so that I can get a hold of you and make sure that I send you the right information through your email, etc., so that I do the next step, which is to contact you with or put you in contact with the lender. The lender will in turn ask you a successive series of questions about one thing or the next, primarily around the facts of your finances and whether you have outstanding long-term debt and a few other things about your work history. And these are things that are taken a little bit more seriously about where you're at. Meaning, if you are buying and you're serious about buying, then these are the steps that you take to be sure to be able to buy. Now, I actually wrote an article about that, and I do write a few articles on a month-to-month basis for different reasons. This one is in Spanish, but I have one in English, which is how to prepare to buy a house in simple terms. It is a one-page expose about the matter, and here I'm not going to go into all of the details, but to give you some idea of what this young lady that called me about my listing did not take into consideration. I did a mortgage calculator for her. Now, mind you, the property that I'm selling is selling for over $1 million, 1.3 to be exact. But I did a quick analysis of what it takes to buy $1 million house. And if you're not familiar with that, just to give you an idea, for starters, you need 20% down payment. If you don't have 20%, don't worry. There's ways to go around that with programs and whatnot, but each one has a different set of circumstances that apply to it. In this case, I'm using a standard 20% down payment, a 30-year term, which is typical for mortgage loans, a purchase price of $1 million, and this is where it gets a little bit complicated for most, an interest rate of 6.83. Now, 6.83 is today's current rate for the best case scenario, meaning you don't have any glitches on your credit and you can document all your income and your employment and all these other things that the lenders will look for, which makes it more conventional and less a different type of program. So if with all that said and with all these facts, you have your calculations for your property taxes, your calculations for your home insurance, and a few other miscellaneous costs that go into this. But all in all, to be able to get this property, you should be prepared to show that you can afford to pay $5,231.40 per month, which is the balance of the loan that you would be borrowing. So if it's $1 million loan and you're putting down 20%, that means you have to have $200,000 in the bank. That's one of the reasons why they ask you for your bank statements, to see if you have that money. If you do and everything else fits, then your loan amount will be an $800,000 loan. So again, not to bore you with all the minutia of all this, do me the favor of looking me up online. I can give you all these facts and figures, and I can also help you with a mortgage calculator, etc. online at maxmyhouse.com. But if you do want to talk to me about it, you can always call me, and I can be reached at 650-746-4607, or you can email me at maxmyhouse@gmail.com. My name is Mario. I'm the broker with the heart. And until next time, signing off from Daly City.